Good morning and welcome. It's Saturday the 9th of July. I am Flat Cap Callum. I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Coming up today, it's a big Saturday. There's some cracking racing. Most of it's on the TV. So I'm having a right go at it. I've got the big dogs out. The hat is on. We are good to go today. So it's a busy day and it's quite condensed in the afternoon. But those of you who are well into your horses and have got a free afternoon, put your feet up and watch the racing. I would say relax, but generally it's not relaxing. Yesterday wasn't relaxing watching the horses. We'll get on to review of yesterday, but my word, that was a lot of bad luck all in one day. So we'll do the review of yesterday. We'll go through today's bets. I've done it as a stake and 3/4. So I know I've done £30 stake the last 2 days. I haven't quite gone double. I've gone £35 today. It is a very similar looking strategy to some degree to yesterday, that I'm focused on 4 races, to the best 4 handicaps in the afternoon. And then I've got a couple of other bits and bobs to go with it. But I'm a bit like yesterday, focusing on 4 races. There is really 5 decent races now, because there's a race in Ireland that had a few too many runners. Now they've had 4 non-runners in there. It's looking a lot more appealing than it particularly was to start with. So, but there we go. I've got 4 main races, so we'll come to those. Then we'll have a quick word on the golf. I guess first things first, I'll do a couple of health warnings before I go for anything else. Health warnings are... it's up to you whether you want to invest today. £35. It don't cost you anything. You could sit at home and just watch it and then cheer them on in Fantasyland. Or you could indeed invest £35. You could invest half of that. You could double that. I know there's a lot of people who place more stakes than that. The stakes I place are real bets in a real account for the purposes of this channel. It is not necessarily indicative of all of the bets that I might do off the channel. What I'm trying to do is give you the best bets that I can have on a daily basis and condense it into a reasonable and manageable stake. That's what I'm aiming to do. I say that it's not been very good the last few weeks at all. So we are very much due a decent day. Just because it's a great day's racing, there's some great handicaps and I'm going for it big, doesn't mean it can be a great day in terms of our results. It could mean a terrible loss. Statistically, the worst loss we ever had was a £34 loss on a Saturday. So if we got £1 back today, that would be where we are. So it can go very wrong very quickly. And I'm stacked on 4 races. I haven't got loads of focus on an individual horse. Yeah. So the staking plan is what it is. So for those of you who like on a Saturday, 1 bet and 1 horse, I am not your man. I am here with a staking plan that you will probably need to sit down and have a coffee whilst you place all the bets on, because it might take you a while. Whether that's you're writing them out to go into a betting shop, or whether you are physically pumping them in online on a computer or your phone. So that is it. It is here. It's take it or leave it. It's not been going very well recently. Yesterday, it should have been a good day, but luck wasn't on our side. So what did we do? I had it as 30 on, 27.24 back. So I had it as a £2.76 loss yesterday. And let's go through it. So yesterday, we had this bet, which is the one I said, basically it was a bit of a... much better with Skybet, and as it turned out. So Fairmac was 4th, Creme Inglacier was running really well and then went wrong and pulled up, unfortunately. Antiphon placed, and then Liberty Lady looked like it was just going to hold on for a place and got done at the line. So it ended up only being a place double, but it was very, very close to place treble, and if Creme Anglaise had been okay, I think that definitely would have placed 2. So yeah, place double is all we got back on bet 1. Then bet 2, we got done on there. I mean, unfortunately, a horse Summer Night went wrong just as everybody was getting going, and we were on the receiving end of it because HMS President got completely done. It nearly fell over, and then Uber Cool looked like it was just about to start staying on, and got taken out of his stride. So we lost the 2 main horses through no fault of the selections. Spirit Mixer did manage to snag 6, so we got something. And then in this 750, that was the one that was a bit disappointing, to be fair. Pop On got a place and the other 2 weren't placed. So it was a place double return on bet 2. Then in bet 3, as mentioned, Uber Cool got taken out. Prosperous Voyage ran a cracker and won 16-1 was the SP. Delighted with that. Glory Fight was then a late not withdrawal, so that cost us any decent stake on this bet. And E-By Gum ran a great race. Second, 11-1 was the SP. So it was a non-runner, a winner and a place on there. So it was a nice return. So it should be, if you'd done the bet as per the stake on the channel, it should have been around 20 quid return on Bet3. That was quite a nice one. Bet 4, we talked about HMS President. Ascot couldn't quite get there. It was 8th, 6th would have been enough. Misty Millie faded and Bacardi's wasn't so good. So that wasn't a great bet 4. Then we had Spirit Mixer snagged a place. Swell Time was one out the placings. And then those two were a little bit disappointing in the end. So that didn't go so well. And then bet 6, Mephisto, was winning. Went to the second last in the lead. Looked like it was banged there for a place. Hopefully could have stayed on for a win. Fell at the second last. Good Girl Robin fell. And then Twilight Lady got fairly beaten. Popong did place. So who knows what that could have been on that bet 6. And then bet 7, so Ashkar and Swell Time are 7th and 8th. 6 was enough. Mephisto fell. And then the other two here were out of it, and Good Girl Robin fell. So overall, through fallers, horses pulling up in front of our horses, we did not get the rub of the green yesterday at all. So we're happy enough, to be fair, to come out almost break even, a couple of pound loss. So here we go for today. Sit back, get your screenshots or your notepad and paper, whatever you're going to do. It's 8 bets today. There are 4 lucky 15s, 2 cross doubles of variations, and then 1 each way Trixie and 1 each way 4-fold, 5-fold combo. So there's a lot of different stuff. Nothing should be complicated in terms of I've got no other little side bets on it. So where I do volume on the channel, I try and minimise anything that is too complicated for side bets. So there's volume today more than anything. So bet 1. So this first bet, so bet 1 and 8. These are horses that aren't in the main 4 races. So I've got 2 lucky 15s with horses outside of the main 4 races, just so we've got a little bit better variance. So first horse today is 205 Newmarket Victoria Grove 10s. Then got a couple of shorties. They're the only shorties I've put in any sort of lucky 15. 255 York Gad Barn 4-1, 425 Newmarket Creative Force, and then finishing off 445 Ascot Empanina 33-1. Definitely, I would say it's a sky bet on all bets today, with the exception of William Hill, who are above and beyond where they ever normally are today. So if you William Hill, have a really good look through, because a lot of the races, they are paying the same places. So on balance, the way it's worked out, I think every bet is slightly better with Sky Bet, but you're not really going to lose much out with William Hill, and you will get best price guarantee. So they are pretty close today, and I wouldn't say anyone else is near. So if you've got the option of Sky Bet, I would Sky Bet most of them. But if you've got William Hill, it's worth having a little look across and seeing which one's best for which. If you don't have Sky and you do William Hill, then definitely William Hill trumps everything else. Bet 365 aren't as good today. So that is bet 1. It's a straightforward 20 pence each way lucky 15 to get us started. So these are 4 races, not in the main 4, and now we're into the main 4 world. This one is a bit of a mixed dough bag. So this is each way 4 folds and 5 folds on some shorter prices. So 255 York Gad Barn, 350 Newmarket Montasib, 405 York Rogue Bear, 425 Newmarket Creative Force, and the 515 York Golden Apollo. So it's 5 cross 25p each way 4 folds and 25p each way 5 folds. So it should work out 6 bets, £3 your bet. Nothing on the trebles, nothing on the doubles on here. Wouldn't be touching those in the context of these prices and these races. There's better value to go out for that. I just felt like it was worth doing a little bet like this to see if we can get a shorter price accumulator knocked up. So yeah, each way 4 folds and 5 folds. So if you're in a betting shop, you write it out like that. If it's online, you need to look for the 4-fold option, and then if it's not 5-fold, it will say accumulator. That is bet 2. Bet 3. Okay, one of the 2 lucky 15s for the main 4 races. So some decent prices you will see in here. 3 o'clock Ascot, get ahead 14s. 350 Newmarket, the Attorney 18s, 405 York Cockalorum 40s, 515 York Pockley 33 to 1, 20p each way Lucky 15. That one's one of those exciting ones where you pump it in and you go, oh, it's worth nearly £100,000 if they all win. All right, bet 4. This was even more, I think. 3 o'clock Ascot Saluti 50s, the 350 Newmarket Il Bandito 14s, the 405 York Marie's Diamond 50s, the 515 York Danzan 11s, and another 20p each way Lucky 15. As you can see, we did start off a bet with a couple of shorties, but we are not scared of a price today. There are some decent prices to go at on these. And some of these, yes, on betting market, they're the rank outsider. That is not where I'd put them at all. So that's why I'm going after some of these prices. I think it's definitely worth it today. All right, bet 5, one of our first cross doubles. So I've done the 3 o'clock Ascot with the 350 Newmarket. So in the 3 o'clock Ascot, just going 2 in the cross doubles, Get Ahead and Saluti. Going on to in the 350 the Newmarket, that's the Bunbury Cup, the Attorney, Il Bandito and Ropey Guest. 6 times 20p each way doubles. So it's all combinations. You put all 5 in the bet slip and then it should come out in doubles 6 times and you put in 0.20. £2.40 a bet is bet 5. So that's the first lot of cross doubles. And then bet 6, I've got a little each way Trixie, chucked it in rather than doing it all the same Lucky 15s. So 350 Newmarket, Ropey Guest 12s, the 405 York Certain Lad 20s, and then this Racing Island Navan. It's much better than it was when I looked last night, but I'm still going one horse in that race. I've wanted to focus on the main ones in the UK. 3 out of 4 of them are on the TV. It's not a particular reason of doing it, but it makes it more exciting because you can watch it on normal television. But yeah, that's the horse I liked in that race. Espona Sun. I can't even say it. Estepona Sun. That's my horse for the 505 at Navan. So 18 to 1, 25p each way Trixie. So each way doubles and trebles is the other way of saying that. No singles on this specific bet. So each way doubles and trebles. It's £2 you bet. That's bet 6. Bet 7. The second lot of cross doubles. So we've gone the 2 York races. And you can see that 405 York, I'm after some price there. So that's the one I think's got the most value today. So we're going 405, the Cockalorum 40s, Marie's Diamond 50s, Certain Lad 20s, going on to 515, Pockley 33s, Danzan 11, Golden Apollo 10. And I will flag, these are written in the order that I think the horse has the most value. So they're not written in price order or number order or anything like that. They are written in the order that I favour them from a value perspective. So that is 9 cross, 20p each way doubles, all combinations. Hopefully that is clear. That is bet 7. Finishing off, if the whole day has gone absolutely terribly, we've got a late in the day Lucky 15 to roll onto. So we've got, starting off at this race in Navan, so Estepona Sun 18, so I've got it 2 times there. Then we've got the 520 Ascot Canoodled 17 to 2. And rolling on to just a couple of races at Hamilton, I just thought it were worth just putting in as a little bit of a, if it all goes badly, have something else to try and save the day. So we've got 7:30 Hamilton Diocletian 15 to 2, the 8:30 Hamilton Willing to Please 11 to 1, and that is the final 20p each way Lucky 15. Right, that's the lot. If you've got questions and queries, shove it in the comments. I appreciate that is a lot, but today is a particularly good day for doing it. So most of you know I'm not going to put out 8 bets every day. That's what we've got. As far as the golf goes, the golf's gone terribly this weekend. So in Scottish Open, we've only got Thriston Lawrence left in. We got completely done by the conditions. So if you went out early on day 1, you had a massive advantage, and I had 2 going out early in the Scottish Open and 6 going out later. So it's really swung it, and it is a little bit like that in the Barbasol Championship too. So Thriston Lawrence is the only player we've got in there who's in the Lucky 15 for top South African. Then in the Barbasol Championship, they haven't finished round 2 because of the weather interrupted play. So we've got Lingmouth and Tita as our single bets, and they're sort of mid-pack really. They should make up a couple of holes, so hopefully they both definitely make the cut, but they're not really close enough to make it interesting yet. And in the Bridgestone Invitational, Rod Pampling has got close enough to have something to cheer at least. In there, he's 3 under, a couple of shots away from the places. But generally speaking, the golf has not gone well at all this weekend. So that is that. All right, that is me for today. I'll let you go and have a lie down, have a coffee, whatever you need to do if you're going to try and put all those bets on. Tomorrow, I'm expecting it's probably going to be a very late video. So I'm out tonight. I've got a social thing, and so I won't have a chance to do any research. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'll either most likely be a very late video in the day tomorrow, sort of maybe between 12 and 1, something like that. There's a chance it might be an early morning quick job if I found anything particularly interesting. It's not the best racing tomorrow, mainly focused in Ireland, but there's quite an interesting meeting at Deauville, which I was going to have a little bit of a look at over in France. So those of you less familiar, through sort of these months now, Deauville, there's a lot of racing goes on there, and some of it's decent quality. Tomorrow Sundays is decent quality. So yeah, it'll either be the Irish meetings and possibly a little bit of Deauville. So yes, but most likely it's going to be a late video, so it's early afternoon tomorrow. I'll try not to leave it anything like too much of a short gap between races, but that is that. All right, I'll end this now before I've ended up writing the whole of War and Peace. This video's gone on so long. Enjoy your lovely Saturday afternoon. I'm hoping we've got some stuff to cheer in amongst all of that, and we come out looking all right. But as you know, it's not been going well recently, and also you just don't know when it's going to be your day. But we will see. The cap is on. We are sending positive vibes. We will see. Thanks very much. Cheerio.